Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Built and Field Tested with Matt Bartels and Zane Deaton, Bartels Construction Solutions. We're excited to bring this next topic to the company and to discuss it because it's something we certainly worked hard.
Been a big one in the last 2 years.
Yeah, as we've gone really to more automated systems and how we've leveraged the technology that we've leveraged, this has become a little more in focus for us. And again, this is another topic that we feel is super important to the success of our company. So today we're going to talk about accountability. Boiling accountability down is the capability of being explained. So if you're accountable, if you're holding yourself accountable, you are responsible for actions or decisions and expected to explain them when required. So it's like whatever you do is going to be explainable. You can justify why you did that, and you have a clear picture of the things that led up to the decision that you made.
Ideally, with good accountability, when you explain something to someone else about why or how you did something, you feel good about it.
Yeah.
With how you did it. So it's almost a little bit more an internal exercise than external. You're most accountable to yourself, I think. And this is a little bit of a nuance with our accountability at Bartels Construction. It's about making sure you are accountable to yourself to perform your job duties to the best that you can in support of the company and your peers around you.
Right. And I think if you look at the root word of accountability, accounting, and what does Cheryl do? Cheryl, she's the accounting department. Everything is accounted for, all of the invoices, all of the payments, all of the overhead expenses is down to the penny. We know where the money was spent for what, right? So it's like with what you do throughout the day, if you hold yourself accountable, there's a clear path, a clear trail to help you explain why you did that or why you didn't do that or why you did it that way. It doesn't have to do with blame. I think everybody's heard me say, let's hold each other accountable and let's hold ourselves accountable, but not blame anybody for anything. This goes back to the last episode of the company culture, right? Is that we have to solve problems. We have to work together to solve problems. That's our culture.
Well, that's the piece that gets lost. I think most often there's no punishment. We say it. Yeah, there's no punishment. Well, there's no punishment as in there's no consequence necessarily. But I mean, accountability does come with a certain level of when you assess something, and it's a little bit introspective and you have to look back at it. And to a certain extent, that's why we do our job closeout meetings, because those show accountability in different areas and it shows where we succeeded and where we failed.
Well, then I can use as a data point for learning.
Exactly.
We can make a different decision next time, or we can move forward a different way.
So the blame and the punishment isn't part of it. It's just the perpetual improvement that we're always after. And accountability shows us where the shortcomings were or not. And that's why we structure things in a way that it makes that really transparent in the way that we're keeping records, using FieldWire for documentation, doing daily reports, running them down to timekeeping.
When I was researching this word and this idea, a cool thing that I read was accountability is the glue that ties commitment to result. So you commit to something, the accountability is with you the entire time until the result is produced. And that's fits so well into what we have to do every day and like our problem solving abilities, where we have to solve problems together. There's very few problems that we have to solve that are all by ourselves. There's usually multiple people involved.
Oh, yeah.
And for us to be able to move through that process, this accountability piece is key. Like Zan said, there's no punishment. Nobody gets in trouble. This is talking about, okay, this happened this way. You're accountable for it if it's good or if it's bad, right? So you get praise for sure when things go right. And when things go wrong around here, like we don't blame each other or down one another. Like we figure out how to fix it. If somebody has something they're not as good at and you're good at it and you know how to do it, you go help them. That's how we do this. We do it in a positive way.
One piece of this, though, that is important to recognize, and it's a little bit how we do our hiring here, is we do have to believe as leaders and managers of the company that every employee at BCS wants the best for the company and for their peers that they work with every day. So those two things have to be true for you to have a level of personal accountability that really matters. If those two things aren't true, then things get a little tougher. So it goes back to where you say, we can teach you how to be good at your job, but we can't teach you how to be a good person. It's that kind of concept.
Like, don't lead a horse to water, you can't make them drink.
That's right. We have to start this with the premise that everyone that works at this company, and it's our job as leaders of the company to make sure this is as true as it can possibly be. But we got to make sure every employee that works here has the best interests of the company and their peers in mind.
One, we really, coming from a humble leader perspective, we want to hold ourselves accountable. That's the most powerful accountability, is if we can be humble enough and put our pride aside and hold ourselves accountable, we can get things done in a way that's positive. There's no way to be negative.
That's where the most improvement comes from.
Yes.
If you can really be honest with yourself about whatever we screwed up along the way, when you can do that, then that's where you can really say, oh, I can do this better or different, or pull in someone else to help me, or I just scream loud that I have a problem earlier. Sometimes that's it.
And I want to talk too, not just about the problems and recognizing them and solving them, but I want to talk about accountability. Have your thoughts then on what that means for efficiency, right? Because there's a piece of accountability for me, because everyone knows what they're accountable for. We're not doing double work.
What can happen, it's got to happen without a phone call or without an extra email. You just know that's my task.
And then, and what all's involved with that, right, is trust. You have to trust that that other person is going to do what they're accountable to do, and I'm going to do what I'm accountable to do, and thus this happens, right? Instead of it being something that is hard and rubbing against, I don't want to do that, or I don't like doing that, or I really want to do that, but I'm not accountable for that. No, we stay in our lane and we do what we're accountable for. And that gives us the clear picture.
Well, you can be really granular with it. Tice is going to get you the permit so you can start the job next week when you're supposed to. And Ron's going to deliver the lumber on Monday morning when he said he was.
Yeah.
Because he's accountable to deliver the lumber. Tice is accountable to deliver an approved permit from the county.
Yeah.
And if everyone accomplishes their goal as is laid out in their job descriptions,
there's some incredible efficiency there.
Yeah, all of a sudden you've got a really powerful team that's working together, like with this symbiotic relationship that's just going. It's just going in one continuous motion.
Well, and everybody wants to know what they're supposed to do when they show up to go to work too, right? That gives you a good feeling. It's part of the company culture, is that the company's organized and we have a plan and we know what we're supposed to do. This is all part of the definition of accountability, all of it. Absolutely. And it's super important. Like, I think if number one, wrapping this up, number one, keeping ourselves accountable and being humble, holding others accountable without blaming them, and just remaining positive and using accountability to generate efficiency is what we're going to continue to refine and what we're going to continue to develop and push for around here.
It's a BCS belief that accountability, especially accountability without blame, is what leads to improvement. And we've said, and we will keep saying in these episodes, that continuous improvement is one of our core tenet of the business.
Yeah, elevating the industry, continuous improvement, innovation. Overall,
so we're going to keep pushing that, and accountability is a part of that.
Absolutely. So thank you guys for your time in this, and we're looking forward to hearing the feedback from everyone and generating some more conversations around accountability. This is built, field tested with Matt and Zan, and looking forward to the next one.
Yep.
Thanks.
It'll be good. See ya.